My name is Leilani Thatcher, a tour guide at the Library of Lost Things. This is The Doorstep Project, episode 45, Not a Love Story. Unfortunately, our anniversary episode has to be pushed back another week, so today we have a letter from a listener. He only gave his last name, Pratt. The letter was sent from South Portland, Maine. Dear Gavin and Leilani, I want to tell you a story, and I don't know if you'll find it very interesting or not. It was something I'd forgotten, and that's what the library is for. When I was born, my mother's best friend had a daughter. We grew up together. When we were toddlers, our moms would take us to the zoo together or the library. Our families had Thanksgiving together. When our parents went out, they'd hire one babysitter, and we'd play together. Eventually, we were in the same elementary school. As we grew up, we spent less time together. Not that our moms got further apart, but as our family grew, hers faster than ours, our families got busier. I found friends in the boys in my class, and she had her troop of girls to follow around at recess. We became weekend friends, kind of. When our moms wanted to do something together, we'd tag along. Sometimes. Middle school came and went. We saw each other maybe once a year for whatever holiday our families decided to spend together. High school was when she started hanging around my house. My house was only a few blocks from the school, so she'd come by and do homework after school in the winter. When it was track season, she'd come by for dinner. We talked sometimes, not much. Usually she was complaining about my video games. She was easily annoyed. We were friends, never anything more. We barely got along, but we survived high school together, spent a lot of time studying and complaining through the years. The last time I saw her was senior year, during winter break. It wasn't a notable day. She just sat on the couch and read while I played like Legend of Zelda or something. Then she left. I didn't notice for a while, but I eventually realized she wasn't coming around anymore. My mom said she was busy with school and work. I never questioned it, and I never saw her again. Not even at school. To be honest, I never really thought about her. My wife loves rom-coms, and she tells me that I could have lived a great Hallmark movie, but I guess I never thought of it like that. The only reason I really remembered this is because of my daughter. She had her own childhood best friend, a boy who grew up in the same neighborhood who we had to leave behind when we moved. It was heartbreaking for her, as it is for any kid. I told her it wasn't the end of their friendship, that it would be all right, and 15 years later, they reunited by chance at college. I said this wasn't a love story, and it's not. My daughter and her friend are such good friends, practically family. If that ever changes, then maybe it's a love story, but for me, it never was. I do think now, every once in a while, about my dear friend. Looking back on those years, I remember how sad she looked, and how thin she was, how much she didn't want to leave our house when the time came, and I wonder if I had been a better friend. But it's too late for that. Mine is a cautionary tale, really. Nothing sweet or cute. Just a reminder that you never really know what someone is going through unless you ask. And I never did. Thank you for listening to The Doorstep Project. This audio drama was created and produced by Family Friendly Podcasts. If you enjoyed the podcast, leave a rating and review on your podcast app of choice or share it with a friend. Leilani and the project will be back next week. Until then, write every day. One day, your story could be in a museum. The Doorstep Project is produced by Family Friendly Podcasts. It was written, edited, and performed by AJ Barton. Sound effects for this podcast are provided by Zapsplat. Music used in this podcast includes Reawakening by Kevin McLeod, licensed under the Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 license. You can learn more at his website, incompetech.com, or at creativecommons.org. Both music and sound effects have been changed and edited by AJ Barton. Links for websites, information, and contact can be found in the description of the episode. Would you like to submit your story or art to the Doorstep Project? You can find information for story submission at familyfriendlypodcast.com/thedoorstepproject. Information on CC by 4.0 licenses can be found at creativecommons.org.